What's up, my Vina loves? It's Miss Vina D coming to you all from Vina Team and News. So, although this is a sad news, it's not a shocker. I saw this coming. The moment these two had separate homes, yes, people have separate homes all the time. A vacation house, this house, that house, but normally they have one house that they live in together as a married couple. The moment I saw Dr. Simone spending most of her time at, they called it the South House and the this house or whatever house it was. The moment I saw her spending more time there, being more happy, like being by herself and sleeping alone and leaving him at the other house with the boys, I knew something was wrong. Because there's nothing wrong with having an extra home, okay? But it's an extra home. At the end of the day, you and your husband, your family live under one roof. So I saw this coming. Now, she did release a statement to People. So I'm on People website right now, and I'm going to read the entire article the way it was written. Married to Medicine's Simone Whitmore divorcing husband Cecil after 21 years. I am done. All right, and so another Married to Medicine couple are going their separate ways. OBGYN Dr. Simone Whitmore, 50, and her husband Cecil Whitmore, 51, are divorcing. People can report exclusively. All right. And the pair, who share sons Miles, 19, and Michael, 15, first met while she was a student at Spelman College. They've been married for 21 years. Simone revealed the news to her Married to Medicine co-stars Thursday in New York, while reunion, which airs on Bravo this March. Prior to the taping, she told People that she had decided to end their relationship, filing for divorce in October 2017. She says she plans to have paperwork finalized when she returns to Atlanta. There is no if here. There are no games. I am not pretending I am done. She said, I have reached a place where I am in a marriage where I do not feel loved, and no sacrifices are being made for me to make me feel loved. I must move on. The longest married couple on Married to Medicine, Simone and Cecil, have been open about their marital struggles this season. While they were inseparable in their earlier days, they drifted apart, even staying at two separate houses. Yep, I just said that. We are in a place where we are arguing over basic bleep. Alright, she said in an episode that aired in December. Getting emotional. He's just so hostile and angry about every little thing. When somebody is being mean, it's hard to replace that with something nice or smart. It's difficult. Though the decision to go to therapy made it appear like things between the two were on the up and up, Simone told People their fighting got worse when the Married to Medicine season wrapped. It looked like we were improving. The problem is we should have continued counseling, and we did not, she said. We let life take over. We were busy over the summer with basketball tournaments, traveling, and getting Miles ready for college.
Howard, I am leaving you, my first-born baby. Biology pre-med. I need you to do two things for me. I need for you to make him a man and get him prepped for medical school. That's all I'm asking. Two things for my firstborn.
Should have kept marital counseling as a priority, but we let the ball drop. The final straw came about a month after Miles began college. Caesar and I had a disagreement, she recalled. We were trying to talk through it with sometimes tense. That means which sometimes is tense. Sometimes normal negotiation in process, and he woke up on Saturday morning. We had a blow up. I knew that day that my marriage was over. Oh, I just hope he never put his hands on her. My marriage had ended, she added. I could no longer deal with the stuff he was dishing. Ooh, he must have said some pretty disgusting things. Since then, Simone has turned to castmate Dr. Jackie, well, that's a BFF, and Toya Harris for support. She and Cecil have remained on very friendly terms, Simone says, and can speak together and be around each other. without any problems for the kids. Tara Wilde is worse. Love and hip hop. Still, Simone thinks that her fellow married to medicine stars will be surprised by the news, as will fans. I know Caesar and I look like a fun couple to everyone on the outside, but it takes more to make a marriage work. 21 years is a long time, Dr. Simone. So, in as much as this is sad, don't look down on yourself, because some people don't even make it past a year. So 21 years, wow. Like, after being with someone for 21 years, how do you, well, I guess she's been checked out emotionally for years though. She just had to physically get to the point where she filed papers, but that marriage been over for years. See here. Good look aside, but it takes more to make a marriage work. Of course, one of the things I was most proud about on our show was the realistic portrayal of black love, with all of the married couples showing America the real ups and downs of raising families. And sadly, divorce is 50% in this country. Mostly, she wants those watching to know she feels empowered by the decision. As a successful woman who truly loves herself, I will continue to make sure that I am empowering myself. Someone explained, divorce is nothing that anyone should be feeling sorry for me, because I am looking forward to a new chapter in life, a new beginning. Life has so much to offer. I have always been a go-getter, and I am going to continue to be a go-getter and to strive for the very best that life has to offer. Okay? If it goes through this way, if it goes through, this will be the first divorce in the Married to Medicine cast, though another is on the horizon. Walters also filed for divorce from her husband, Curtis. All right, Curtis Barry, back in April. Let's see. Walters didn't blame herself for Barry's actions. Okay, they're talking about Dr. Jackie at this point, but let's focus on Simone, okay? But anyways, yeah, man, Dr. Simone, that's terrible. But I completely understand, man. Being in a loveless marriage, in a loveless relationship, is no joke. Sometimes people hang around for a long time, like I said, for the kids, but sometimes you're making it worse because the kids see everything, they hear everything, and you think that you're doing something good by staying together for them, but you're actually making the damage even worse because of the toxic behavior in the home. Another red flag, whether this was just for the show so they could have a few scenes and storyline, if this was real, for her husband to take such a large amount of money out of their bank account to start something without consulting her, I just thought that was huge. And had it been the other way around, he would have blew up. So, I personally, I saw this coming. I know, like I said, 21 years is a long time, but there's nothing better than being happy. I don't think reality TV have anything to do with this. People give social media and reality TV too much power. If your marriage have a solid and firm foundation, there's nothing the cameras or strangers on the internet are going to do to break it. If you're going to put yourself out there and choose that life, then you have to understand that although it's not right, there will be haters, there will be people who just don't want to uplift you or see you succeed, and you have to stay focused within your marriage and your relationship and do your best to tune out the noise. So the whole thing about, oh my God, social media is the devil, or my gosh, another couple marriage ends because of TV. And you know what, I can understand how TV can also add to it based on like the stress, the long hours of filming, the fact that you're putting your life out there, the pressure, and probably going back and watching certain things and all of those. So yes, I feel like TV can be a contributing factor, but it's not 100% the problem here. Now I get it. And I know that I said, oh, he probably said something terrible or disgusting. I am not ignoring or excusing the fact that Dr. Simone also have her ways. We've seen her lose her mind, the loud talking, the screaming, and being messy and all of that. We have seen her fair share. So under no circumstances am I saying she's perfect and innocent in all this as well. She have her flaws, he had his, and they were able to hang in there for 21 years. But you know what? Like I said, I understand being happy is top priority here, and if the relationship is toxic, then absolutely leave, before one of you end up somewhere you have no business being due to snapping on the other person and things going from bad to worse. So I completely understand. Okay, guys, although news of Dr. Simone divorce broke days ago, I wanted to include my review of the show with this so that I don't end up making two separate videos, because the show is really same old different day to me, with the same drama and screaming and the same Mariah this and this person that and whatever the case might be. I didn't think that it deserved, two separate videos, so that's why I held this story to give my review on top of talking about Dr. Simone marriage ending. Also, watching the episodes a while back and even now can show exactly why their marriage, wasn't working and why she had to pull the plug. In as much as her husband, or soon-to-be ex-husband, might have been joking around when they're going on their couples trip that they take every year. So at the airport, someone had the camera and they're going around asking all of the couples, what is the key to staying married and all of that. And I'm sure her husband was joking around, but his choice wasn't, communication, like contesting her husband, or Mariah said honeymoon, which I tell was very important and powerful. Honeymoon meaning always take time off for you and your family and your spouse, always, whether it's date night, if you can travel like Mariah and her husband can, because they can afford it, then even if it's one night a week or 2 nights a month, find ways to spice things up, find ways to never let go of date night, find ways to connect with each other, and find ways to have an open line of communication. You know what I'm saying? And find a way to get back to that place. What was it about this person that made me want to say I do forever? What is lacking now? And what type of common ground and compromise we can make to get that back. And if you truly make the effort and then nothing works, hey, it's okay. It is absolutely okay to get a divorce and go your separate ways, because I do not I would never sit here and support toxic relationship. I would never ever encourage anyone to be unhappy and stay into something unhealthy just to be able to say, I'm married. I've been married for 30 years. I'm married for this year. No. I'm not saying marriage is peaches and cream and relationships is all, roses and all of that. I'm just saying, if you've tried all that you can and you've done everything and you've prayed about it, you've gone to counseling, you've done everything in your power to make it work, and it's still not working for you, leave. You have one life to live, and living a toxic one, unhappy one, an unhealthy one is not good for your soul and your spirit, and eventually someone's going to end up on snap. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want that. So that was that. Yes, let's get back to Caesar. So when they got to him and asked him the same question, because I just completely went off on a different thing there. When they came back to him and asked him the same question, his response was the best rum. Now, of course, he was probably just joking around and having fun with it. But, that right there was a sign of, oh my goodness, he's just basically saying my marriage has been so hard and so much stress and so much work. Every day we're arguing that, the alcohol have helped me through it all. Heavenly is, working on herself as usual. We will see how long this, mellow, I'm going to welcome and invite everybody change take place. We'll see how long, it continues and her pleasant spirit continues. The part about Dr. Jackie, soon to be ex-husband, pulling Toya on his lap, that was very wrong. Especially, I don't care how they're friends, they're in a group. He literally pulled her, like aggressively pulled her on his lap, and then a few people said, oh, what is he doing? But most of them were blaming the woman. I would never understand what type of society we're living in now. Most of them were saying that she should have stopped him and jumped up right away when he did it and put him in his place. She was still in shock if you look at her face. Like, did he just do this? Did he just touch me and pull me on him like that in front of my husband and his wife? She felt uncomfortable seeing that moment. She's trying to process what is going on right now and should I go off? However, I also understand because she walked over there and said, let's see if he passed the test. Let's see if he passed the test. And then approached him and then he said, come on, baby. And then pulled her down. And then she continued to say, see, Jackie, he's failing the test already. So people are saying because of that, she's in the wrong because she should not have walked over there in the first place, even though Heavenly said, find anywhere and sit anywhere. She shouldn't have walked over there to say, let's see if he passed the test, as if, like, you know, she was trying to test the woman, soon to be ex-husband, in front of everybody. Now I'm saying soon to be ex-husband because her divorce is still out there. It's not final yet, but we shall see. You know, that's why she pulled her friends aside to, you know, talk about how uncomfortable, you know, she was. And then she pulled Jackie aside. The reason why she did that is he was just coming back in the group. She did not want to be the reason why the trip was messed up. So going off on him in front of everybody, she felt like it was just going to be, okay, there go Toya starting drama. So instead, she pulled Dr. Jackie aside and talked to her, you know, like she could have gone off and had her moment, like Kenya Moore said. This is not a moment in the last episode. She could have had her moment and just went off on him, like, how dare you touch me? Don't put your hands on me, all of that. And it was going to be like, it wasn't like that. And she didn't want to embarrass him. So I appreciate her growth. Instead of going off, popping off, she pulled Dr. Jackie aside and talked to her. And you know, Jackie, I'm not mad. It don't bother me. That's why I'm telling you, man. I'm not saying no one is perfect, and I'm glad that she's doing her best to show a classier, eloquent side of African American women. Like, I can be on reality TV without screaming, without, you know, going there, without, you know, I can do that. But in all of that, you know, I'm not saying that being married means that you're superior to anybody, but I'm just saying in all of that, she still end up having the same problems that she looked down on people about. You know, maybe we this is the only person we know about, but how do we know this is the first woman? You know what I'm saying? The way how she and everybody else went so hard against and on Lisa Nicole for staying in her marriage, for tolerating a man who cheats and all of that. And there goes Dr. Jackie, you know. I don't know if she's going to stay married, but so far the divorce is not finalized. But there she is trying to work on hers. But when it came to Lisa Nicole, they were calling her every name in the book, you know. Simone is going through a divorce. This would have been the perfect season. They did wrong. They really did wrong, because this would have been the perfect season to have Lisa Nicole there, to have her commentary and her reaction to see all of these marriages going through it, especially Dr. Jackie husband cheating on her. It would have been nice to hear her side. It would have been nice to see her in the room with the ladies like, yep, how does it feel? Now, do you understand what I was going through? Now, do you understand why I try to work it out with my husband? Now, Dr. Jackie, are you stupid for trying to work it out with your husband? Does that mean you have a low self-esteem? No, Dr. Jackie, that means you feel like, you know what? I've invested 14 years. This is my husband. I want to try to make it work. And if I can't, then have a nice life. I want to do it. You cheat, I'm out. I personally wouldn't do it. But it would have been perfect, man, to have Lisa Nicole there. So I think that of all of the seasons, they did her wrong. Well, Lisa is saying she quit, okay? And people are saying she got fired. But let's just say she did not quit. The show did wrong because the quad, Dr. Simone, I think Heavenly, people say Heavenly and her husband are going through stuff, but they hide it well. Whatever the case might be, oh well. Toya and Eugene, they're just chilling. They have the ups and downs, but it's not it's money. It's not it's not as bad as these other marriages. So it would have been nice to have Lisa Nicole, around to hear her point of view. And then, of course, you have Quad and her husband going through it, child. Oof, it's so hard to watch. And the point where Quad is complaining about emotional support, then when her husband tried to show her emotional support, and Dr. Jackie even pointed it out, she's talking about, that's not what I don't need. I don't need a kiss. I need what's in here. Like, B. I don't call women the B words. I just had to bleep myself. Like, what do you want? You want emotional support? I'm trying to show you emotional support to show that I'm trying and I'm pointing, but their marriage is over. It is. And if they survive, then kudos to them. It also looked like on the next episode, the tables are going to turn and it's going to be on Quad. Simone is letting it rip and Quad talking about, we have placed you on this pedestal, and that's true. Like, Mariah comes, put the whole group together, come up with the idea of the show. She's an executive producer of the show. Befriend Quad. Quad is dating her brother, cousin, or whoever that is, in trouble with the law and things like that. She brings Quad around her doctor friends, okay, because of a connection, all of connections and all of that. Quad lands a doctor. Quad is married to a doctor. Quad is then introduced to her group of friends. Then I know these women are grown enough to have their own mind. I'm not saying Quad is that powerful to make grown women turn on a creator and an executive producer of the show, but Quad kind of managed to finesse her way through, and the woman who brought it all together basically got kicked off the island. And who's in the middle? Quad is in the middle. So Simone is like, listen, man, this woman who is a part of the reason why we're here. And for a lot of you who are confused, like, how is that possible? How can you be the executive producer or creator and A, B, and C happen? The same way how a CEO of a company can get voted out by the board and have to resign even though he's a CEO. Yes, when you have, a board and you have people that have, stock and stake in your company and all of that, yes, they too have a say so. So I'm just making an example that, yes, you can own something, you can be the creator of something, you can run something and still be voted out if, other people have to say over it. Who knows, when you take a show to a network and you sell it or pitch it to a network, yeah, you still have stake in the show and all of that, but depending on how much control you give that network, if you give them more creative control over you, they can veto whatever you have to say and go with what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? That's why Mariah can still come and go and still say, I don't want to be in the credits, and whatever the case might be. But we shall see what happened, last week, because it looks like the tables are turning. I always love Mariah, colorful and just bright colors, outfit. And you know what? It looks like her relationship is going decent and they have an open line of communication. It's just a really interesting season to watch. But with all of the marital issues and stuff that's going on, I pray and hope the ladies can get it together. Dr. Simone, 21 years is a long time. But you know what? She was probably like, listen, we have one child in college, another child who's only a few years away. I've done my part. Now it's time for me to go and live my amazing life, okay? So it's just interesting, man, to watch and see them give, and I know this show was pre-taped a while ago, but it's just interesting to see her, this last point. I don't want my friend going behind my back. My best friend, I would have divorced my best friend as well. My best friend going behind my back and inviting my soon-to-be ex-husband on a trip, Now, people are saying, oh, come on, you can't believe that. She just said that for the show. There's no way she invited that guy without Jackie knowing. Whatever the case might be, it's just an awkward situation, but I'm looking forward to seeing how everything ends, and this whole thing about her being divorced, the news broke at the reunion, which is going to air in March. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and end it here, my Vina loves. I'm wishing you all an amazing day. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.